Science has literacy components embedded throughout and gives students an opportunity to learn and understand the meaning and terminology associated with science concepts. In assisting the delivery of this science unit, I have used the 3 dimensions of literacy model to guide the structure of learning. Within this model, there are strategies used to ensure that students are provided with various opportunities to learn. The operational stage is the first stage of this model and is crucially important as it focuses and has a heavy emphasis on language and also the more basic forms of literacy, and providing that understanding and ensuring that all students have a basis of understanding before moving forward in the unit. Tiered vocabulary is a strategy that is really effective and can be used in this operational stage. Tier 1 comprises of words that are familiar to most students, and Tier 2 are words that students can have difficulty understanding the meaning and can often be found across the curriculum. Tier 3 are subject-specific words that students may not have heard of before, and this is where the explicit teaching of vocabulary is highly important. The clear goal for this stage is for Sean and his team to identify and assess the vocabulary needs of each of the students. It may be challenging to ensure that all students have a coherent understanding, as they will be at various levels. Therefore, it is important for Sean to be prepared for students who may fall behind, but also for those who will understand quickly. From here, Sean can then move his class to the critical stage of the literacy dimension that involves students making meaning. The clear goal for this stage is for students to be able to use their knowledge of words from their tiers to then understand their meaning. For ESL and Indigenous students, a beneficial task can be to use object and word cards and allow students to match the object with the word in order for them to gain an understanding of the meaning. Once students have a concrete understanding of the words associated with chemical sciences and their meaning, it will be much easier for them to use it in context when necessary. The goal of the cultural stage, which is the next stage, of the literacy dimensions involves students understanding different contexts and genres. This provides an opportunity for Sean and his team to engage the students in an experiment that is relevant to the strand. Students could add heat to melt ice and talk about what is happening. Class discussions, group work would be highly effective for students to use their learnt words to describe the process of what is happening in the experiment. By using the teaching and learning cycle, it is important for students to firstly build the field, and this can involve students brainstorming ideas about procedural and information texts, which are the texts that they are using and studying for that unit, as well as using problem-solving activities and hands-on experiences. From here, students can move to the modelling and deconstruction stage, which allows students to read the genre and then deconstruct it to find further meaning and understanding. Joint construction is a stage of the teaching and learning cycle which involves teachers and students constructing the text together. Independent construction is a stage, it is the last stage, that can often be difficult for ESL and Indigenous students to reach, but can be adjusted to adhere to their needs. For the procedural text, students can use a combination of objects and sentences to sort what materials were used and what processes were undertaken to complete the experiment. A benefit for incorporating text types and genres is that students can make connections between literacy and the science curriculum. The importance of using text in science is significant, as students need to create reports and describe the activities completed. A challenge for focusing on text types is that text types in the science curriculum can be time. Due to Sean being worried about time constraints, a majority of this text and genre analysis can be completed in English and then revisited in science in order for students to have a full understanding and also have time to complete the science outcomes. I hope this has been beneficial for Sean and his team, and I look forward to seeing the progress that has been made.